want to send that out. So I got some people that want to watch that. My partner, they gonna watch this thing tonight. And the security guard say she was gonna try to watch it, but I think she watched at the track meet, so I'll just show it to her tomorrow. She got the link to a YouTube channel though, so we Gucci.
Cool.
Hey, you were a wrestler. What's your finishing move?
Who mine?
Yep.
I would have two.
All right, what? One flying, one off the top rope?
One off the top rope. Well, actually, it would really be three, but the top rope one will be for bigger people when I know my first two moves not gonna work. Now, my first move, you know how Cody Rhodes, you know how Cody Rhodes, his move is when he does the little twist.
Okay.
The little crossroads.
Yeah.
It would be a version of the crossroads, but instead of me dropping them to the ground, I would spin them around and then hit them with a jumping knee. And right after the jumping knee, I would hit them with like a kind of like a Randy Orton.
And okay.
And that one right there, honestly, will be called Chaos. Just honestly, that'll be the Chaos one. Now, I would have one called Chaos Control where it's like it's gonna be like a strike combo. It's like punch, kick, punch, kick. I knee them, and once they fall, I run full speed and curve stomp their head to the ground. For the finisher. The off the ropes would truthfully be the one that Ricochet does all the time because I love that move. It's just so that 630 to me is perfect. Like you spiraling like you a ball, like you Sonic jumping off of a like you Sonic, and you just laying back first on them. But I think the only way to make that move better, bro, but you have to time it right, is by twisting and right before you land your back, instead of you going another spin, you come down with your knees right in their abdomen. That would hurt.
Oh yeah.
Or a stomp. Or like a stomp.
Yep. Okay. Oh yeah, that sounds sick. No submission?
I do have a submission, but it's kind of like a version of the hurt lock, but instead of me like a master lock, but instead of me having them on the I would actually drop them to their bot, like make them be on the ground while I'm doing it, wrap my legs around, grab them like this, and literally just punish their ass so they can't get up, they can't move. It'll be like a seated position. So that to me, that's gonna kill, because once you get them to the ground and you lock hold of them with your legs and you put them in that lock, they can't go anywhere. You can truthfully do what you want.
Yep. The only submission I can't remember nobody tapping out of once he got it locked in. But sometimes it was illegal. But once he got locked in, most people tapped. When I remember was that move Tajiri did on the ropes. Remember? I never seen nobody tap. Once he got that shit, it was over. Like
the spider,
whatever that was. Yeah, he
called it the tarantula or something like that.
Yeah, that's exactly what that was.
Whatever he was doing, once he got it locked in, I remember watching every time for it. Everybody was tapping. That shit was it.
I'm gonna be 100% with you. Another move that you didn't think about was when Chris Benoit, RIP, used to lock that cripple crossface in. It was like the only time people got out of that crossface, honestly, bro, is by either cheating, by raking his eyes, or doing something like that, or they had some type of interference.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how he won the title. That WrestleMania, I think. He tapped out, right? Hey, as kids, the crippler crossface and the ankle lock was the shit, nigga. I was like, how was he not breaking that ankle?
Oh, Walls of Jericho too.
Oh yeah.
Walls of Jericho was like a crazy ass Boston crab. Like he had the nigga like he didn't even fold the nigga, like he folded the whole body. You know, the Boston crab, you just sit on him like, no, this nigga actually folded you.
And cranked back like bad.
He folded you.
Oh shit. All right. Let's get this going, y'all.
We
listening
to wrestling tip.
Malcolm, hey, Malcolm, send that link real quick so I can
I send it to your Instagram.
Oh, okay, that's why. My Instagram will never be. I need to go see what my notifications is like, but they be tripping.
I send it to your Instagram. I should have sent it to your Facebook. Usually I do that.
It's cool. I got it though. I'm gonna copy that mud and send it out real quick. Send it on my story.
We going stupid. Oh my God. What is this? Right here. Okay, there we go. Today's video is sponsored by StreamYard.
Hey, you were curving for that, bro. Come on now. Nigga was got that code switching on point.
Let's go. Let me send this mug to my partner real quick, and then I'm ready to roll.
Oh shit! I'm just trying.
I look, I've watched so many videos with ads with people doing them. I feel like I would be great at them right now.
Yeah,
this video, Raycon.
You see how the 85 South Show be doing that shit? They don't even be like having ads play on their videos. They do their own ads.
They go straight through it. They just add it into their converstion.
And then that's it. You for real, man. You like it's that's not because it's true though.
It's where you know what's up.
He ain't lying.
Stupid, bro. Me.
He ain't lying, man. That shit is
life, bro. That shit funny. I guess I have to send this mud out to everybody again. Charles online. I'm gonna send it to him. I know he might pop on.
Yeah, you know.
Put it in the second group, bro. Dang. Send it on here so Amanda can pop on if she want to.
Choose on people, you know.
How we doing now?
Shannon,
you probably got that one, my bad.
Yeah, no, you good.
See if my dad might be up. He might not be up, and I'm gonna send it to him too. I want him to come check his son out.
Send it to some people, you know.
Dang, Chance wanted to get on last time. I forgot to call him.
Chance is somewhere being retarded, brother. That's why.
Hey.
Chance is taking a chance of being Chance.
What the fuck? What, Malcolm? This boy said Chance is taking a chance
to be Chance.
What did you just? What did he say?
Shout out to Chance, man.
See if Bull Beanhead behind gonna come watch our podcast. He ain't doing nothing but eating.
Oh, Bull.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bull.
Yeah. Shout out to my LB, man.
It's my ADP, man.
Shout out to Phi Beta Sigma, period, man. Just real talk.
It's a beautiful organization.
Facts, bro.
We're gonna stop playing with us. Don't wear it out. You know what I mean? Okay. Enough with the chit chat.
I sent to enough people, I think, bro.
We are.
I'm gonna even send a link to Bankhead, bro. See if he might pop on. Cause I'm gonna mention him in his mud.
Yeah. Shout out to Young Bankhead.
Yes, sir, bro. I'm in there. Let's do it. I done said to enough people, bro. Let's do it.
We've been live for almost 9 minutes.
Yo.
Before we further ado, once again, this video in live is sponsored by StreamYard. Brought to you by the Black Journal Podcast, aka the realest niggas you ever gonna meet with Tastic. So there we go. But not seriously. What's going on, you guys? We are the Black Journal once again. We are here to talk about today's topic is the Mount Rushmore of hip hop.
Get hype, y'all. Come on now.
Come on, man. Do you see this? The almost connecting sideburns? I'm excited. We're getting here.
I mean, you see the whiteness on my skin.
I
was like, I don't got sideburns, but I know what they do see.
It's on its skin.
Bro, yo.
It's on its skin. So we're here to talk about our, pretty much it'll be an end of the segment type of thing. We'll talk about our own personal Mount Rushmore hip hops. But we got to start talking about the history of it, what became the golden era of hip hop, obviously in the 90s. Obviously hip hop started, in the 80s and whatnot. So without further ado, we are going to go ahead with the introductions, starting with your boy, the half hair, no hair, half a chili bowl. If you already know, my name is Sir Mallymal.
Pew, 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 pew.
I am the one of the trio of the singular of the trio of the Black Journal. Shout out to everybody that's watching right now. Take it away, my boy. You already know.
Y'all already know what it is, man. Let's go and get it started real quick, man. It's your boy Sensei, man. Sensei Nation Domination, man. Trey Hub, if you know who I am, man. Just Nation for some people, man. But I'm Sensei to all. Come get this knowledge tonight, man. We out here again. This is episode 12, man. Black Journal. Y'all know what it is. Episode 12, but this is truthfully part 2 of last week, man. We told y'all we had to come back with a part 2 because last week was lit. We had a nice viewing. We had nice comments coming through, man. So today is part 2. We're about to get it popping, man. But we got our boy back once again, man. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
I'm gonna introduce myself right there. My bad, y'all. Kendall, I don't got no other names I go by. Kendall with the K. You can catch me on the other another podcast I do on YouTube, Kicking It. But right now I'm kicking it with the Black Journal. We're about to have a fire ass conversation. Talk about what really drives the culture, hip hop right now.
Exactly.
Actual factual, buddy.
And I love it. So therefore, let's get it going. Just to even go into hip hop in general, of course, knowing that we are still, coming of age of even being, around the age of 30 now. We're on that other side of the fence. So therefore, it's getting to a point to where we've been living.
Keep it down.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah, damn, it's crazy, huh? I was living for 30 years, hearing at least 2 to 3 generations of hip hop, depending on how you got introduced to it. You know what I mean? But of course, from the start of it, it started, and I believe it started in Harlem around the late 70s, early 80s. One of the first rappers that was out, if I'm not mistaken, was Curtis Blow. So I'm not sure about a lot of songs that he had, but it was one particular song that I think it was pretty known, that I think that was always known, so to speak, but I can't really think of it, so to speak. I think we have to do our research on that, on our research department, because that man Curtis Blow was talked about by the OGs, people that were like 50 and above at the moment and stuff like that. So we got to give our flowers to people that that have anything. I believe what's it called?
Thank you so much for coming back in.
Thank you for tuning in to the Black Journal podcast, sponsored by StreamYard.
Shout out to Tay for coming back on, man. That right there, man, is true. It's true loyalty. Hey, thank you again, man. We gonna get to the new age later, baby girl. We're gonna start out with this old new, the old school, because you can't get to the new school without the old school. You feel me?
Exactly.
You can't go to where you're the old school. You feel me?
Just to fast forward to like in the middle of the 80s when we started knowing about African Bambaataa, and then we started knowing a little bit. Now we started coming into hip hop, as far as the lyrics, because the lyrics was always, it had a simple, basic 4-bar setup or whatever the case may be, because it wasn't as advanced as it is today. So you go to similar, because we can't really talk about that era not like that, because we're not that educated on that. We're not going to falsely give you information don't know nothing about. But we can't comment on it. Go ahead, Nation.
I can say shout out to the holy trinity of hip hop. DJ Cool Herc, like Malcolm said, African Bambaataa, Grandmaster Flash, man. You know, without them, a lot of these rappers wouldn't even be able to pursue their dreams, man. So before we even go past the 80s, we gotta always give love and thanks and the flowers to the ones, the pioneers, you know, the ones that gave us, you know, showed us the way. So, you know, thank y'all for introducing hip hop to give us the 90s hip hop. And, you know, we can talk about men, women in that age anyway. You know, like 90s hip hop started truthfully, you know, it was so many different rappers that came out, you know, in between, you know, the mid 80s and early 90s. You know, you got Queen Latifah, you know what I'm saying, Salt and Pepper, you know, you got Roxanne, you know. Shit,
hey, was Officer Tutuola in the 80s?
That might be a fact check.
Yeah, I think so.
So y'all don't know who I'm talking about, nigga. I'm talking about Ice-T for all of y'all.
Yeah, he was.
You know, we all know him from Officer T from SVU.
Yeah.
You still got a bunch of other rappers, you know, that came out. We can go all night with the 90s rappers, you know, because they really introduced us to a new raw.
Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube,
Tupac, Dr. Dre, NWA. Shout out to the rap group.
Rhymes.
Hey, one of my favorite rappers, bro. Like literally, bro, of all time, bro. Honestly, like 90s rappers gave us that different type of flavor, bro. Like they gave you that hardcore, uncensored. You're gonna hear what I gotta say, and if you don't love it, well, fuck you. And that's exactly how
it's for you. Then I'm not trying to.
It's not like today, bro. It's not like today where somebody say somebody is trash and they get on social media, and if you don't like me, I don't give a fuck. No. Back then, it was, I'm gonna make this music for the people, but if you one of them people that don't like my music, don't buy it. Fuck you. I'm gonna make my money. That's the difference. It's the same thing in sports now and then as it was in hip hop and other forms of entertainment, bro. Back then, people didn't give a fuck how you felt about them. They gonna do this because this is what they want to do. Tupac said it a long time ago. You can judge me all the fuck you want. I'm gonna do what I have to do because that's what God put me on this earth to do. He didn't put me on this earth to worry about what motherfuckers think of me.
Yep,
that's true. That's why certain rappers either weed out or they stay in the conversation about Rushmore. You know what I'm saying?
You know, longevity has to be part of the conversation a little bit. You know?
Has to be a part of the conversation.
Somewhat. Because for a part of me, you know, if we go a little later on, if we still in the 90s, but we go a little later on, at their peak, who could compete with anybody was 50 Cent. It's a little later on. But during that little peak, 2003, 2005, that little era, 2006.
Yeah, I mean, 50 Cent, man, nobody was really touching that nigga in the hip hop.
But I'm gonna tell you why though. 50 Cent brought back that 90s feel of their raw music until he went Hollywood and started making music for, you know, just making music, and he was more focused on his movies than music. But that was later on in the 2000s. But like that first album and that album with G Unit, he came to kill.
It stands up to this day. You could bump that and just be having them vibes and the nostalgia and just bring you back and like, man.
Favorite song that 50 Cent has right now, I don't care what nobody says, is Many Men to me.
No, of course.
Many Men. Hey.
Many. We still I know that. Hey, like, to be honest, bro, like, you know how you have those songs.
You a Wankster too? Oh man.
But it's like that like, to me, the Many Man song to me, like, of that is like one of my favorite songs of the era among others. But like that song, like, even though, you know what I'm saying, we live different lives, you know, he had a harder life than I did, you know, but I still felt him on there, you know, because if you listen to certain, like, the difference, and I'm not gonna bring this, I'm not gonna like go into this, but this is just a setup for later that we can discuss this. The difference then, other than now, is that back then people had a story to tell. People had something. Their songs meant something. Nowadays, it's just about throwing a hot beat on and finding something for them to dance to or making a line that somebody can react to. But back then, your entire song had so many lines. Like,
people, and that's what I'm saying with you. How I agree with you, bro. That's like the definition of what hip hop genre is. You know, people today, just even though we're foreshadowing a little bit, you know, they gotten away from what the true essence of what the hip hop genre is about. And to me, at least, you know, y'all can speak on this from what your perspectives are. But, you know, always for me, my perspective when I think of what hip hop means, you know, it's that ability, like you've been saying, to tell your story, tell your truth. You know, talk about, you know, growing up in the struggle, growing up in the slime, and growing up, you know, from the bottom, you know. And being able to show not just the good what happened, but also being able to express, you know, the real hardship, the real shit you went through, whether it was drug dealing, whether it was murders, whether it was gang banging, whether it was dealing with drugs, all these different addiction, women. Their songs around that story of, you know, being true to themselves. You know, they weren't just saying this shit just because it was popular to say and they're trying to make money. This shit was, you know, the real OGs we look up to. This is the shit they was living day in and day out, and we know that their words is a representative of their lives, you know, and that's why we relate to them so much. And I think that's really what the real hip hop genre, at least to me, has always been about.
Yeah, it's always been about telling your truth. But now, honestly, bro, it's more about like I'm sorry, y'all. My homeboy just texted me back. I sent him the link. I'm telling him we live now. Join on, going to get on.
True stories.
But like, think about it. Like, when we used to get in the car back in the day, and we would listen to the radio. Yes, we were hearing dance songs. We were hearing like party, feel good songs. But we was also hearing Tupac, Biggie, Nas. We was hearing, you know what I'm saying, Alicia Keys,
Tribe
Called Quest. We was hearing. If you turn to certain stations, you could still hear KRS-One. LL Cool.
Nas.
You know, not like it's like we came from like the 90s babies, like between 93 and I say 96. And that's where I'm gonna stop it. I'm sorry. Between 93 and 96, we were the ones that truthfully had those times with our family members, like cousins and uncles and big, you know what I'm saying, big brothers and shit like that were way older than us that grew up in that time. So we would come in their car and they was jamming Biggie, Pop, all old people. Like, I'm from Texas, so you know I can't not, you know, say shit like Lil Kiki, you know what I'm saying, Mr. Pookie and Mr. Lucci. Who else can I say that was back in the old school that really was going in? And they not from Dallas, but they from Houston, you know what I'm saying? Paul Wall, shit, A-Ball, MJG. Shit.
Yeah, I fuck with Trader Truth.
Shit, Zero. Like, it's a lot of all them niggas, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had those times with our family members, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people don't truthfully understand that it's for different like states, it's different, but it's also the same because everybody has those rappers. But the mainstream rappers that I'm talking about, you know, because everybody in their city has rappers that they listen to. You know, you might know a fire ass rapper in your city, but he not getting plays locally, or he not getting plays internationally because of, you know what I'm saying, his position or the rap or his rapping or how they feel that they portray in society. So we all know about these rappers. You know, I don't like to, you know, try to discourage any other rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like, back in the day, rap was about, I'm going to tell you what I go through. I'm going to tell you how I feel. I'm going to tell you what's going on. He said he tuned in, so we good. But I'm going to tell you exactly what's going on my side of town, so you can feel me. You can understand me. You can hear me. And everything that I say is 100% real. Nowadays, it's not like that. You have a bunch of them that do live their life, but you got a bunch of them that don't. You can't tell me about the struggle nowadays. And I'm sorry for bringing this up, but I have to because it kind of ties into the story. Back then, you could tell me about what you was going through because I was going through the same thing. Mm-hmm. But then when you made it, you know what I'm saying, you could still relate to me because even though some of these people made it, like Tupac and them, they still were in the hood. They had big houses and shit, but they weren't far. Mm-hmm. Nowadays, niggas moving completely out the hood. Niggas are I'm almost like niggas. These black men are getting away, and I understand that's the goal all along, to get out. Yeah, that's always been the goal for everybody from the hood, no matter where you from, to get out. But and I said this a long time ago. You have to understand that it's about relevance. Like you can't expect me to listen to your music and you're not talking about anything that I can relate to. Example, new age, it would be like nigga gonna say he got the rollie, you know what I'm saying? He got the gun on his hip, you know what I'm saying? He got all the bitches looking at him, he driving in his Ferrari, he's gonna tell you about everything he got. Some of them talk about what they experience, what they go through, but those are the rappers that we listen to. But the ones that we don't are all about mainstream shit.
Mm-hmm.
I got this on my hip. I got that on my hip. I got the bitches on my dick. I got this. I got that. I got this. I got that. I just bought this. I just bought that. Or it's beef. Yeah. It's not pure anymore, bro. It's not. I'm not gonna say it's not because we still have pure rappers, but it's not as competitive as it was. You see what I'm saying?
Not competitive. It has no substance in the rap.
There's no substance because back then you could listen to 3 to 4 songs from 3 different people and not know which song was harder. But now
because they all sound the fucking same.
Hey, but one of my questions, I'm gonna follow up with that. Do you put more blame on the industry that says that this is what you have to do to make it, or the artist who says, "Fool, I'm coming from the bottom. I'm coming from the hood. I need some bread for my family. I need to get out where
I'm going to be 100. I'm going to be 100%.
So who's responsible? I think.
Malcolm, you want to go first, or you want me to go?
What are you gonna say?
I'll go. Honestly, the industry is always gonna have blame in the shit, right? Because here's the thing: the majority of these record companies, labels, whether if they're independently owned or not, the majority of these motherfuckers, they're white owned. So what type of agenda are they going to push for, the hip hop industry? Back in the days, they had a lot of Dallas Austin, P. Diddy type of niggas that was owning these record labels. Suge Knight type of niggas that was owning these record labels, and they seen that they was like, nah, my nigga, we can't let these niggas have too much of this power, because hip hop is such a powerful form of art that's been around for decades now. So they're like, oh no, we have to capitalize on this shit, and we have to push this agenda this way before it goes that way, and then we're fucked type shit, because it was revolutionary. If you go back to the days of Run DMC and Public Enemy was talking about real life shit. KRS-One talking about real life shit. These type of rappers are not around anymore because the agenda shift. Because these niggas thought that, all you guys talk about is bitches and hoes. And then Ice Cube gets on the internet and on interviews and schools these niggas and be like, hold on, you mean to tell me that Bon Jovi, drug dealer over here, can sing about all this shit, but when it comes down to us and we talking about real shit that goes on in our hood, we are suspects. We do this and that and the third. And so nowadays, guess what? White people were like, nah, we gonna have to make this shit the agenda because that's what we want these niggas to think. All right, cool. Media. So we throw money into the media. So record labels own media companies, right? So these media companies come through and they be like, you know what? We're gonna put this industry plant, aka let's just say Lil Yachty. Sorry, I don't want to hate on the little nigga, but nah, my nigga. Just nah. Nah. Tekashi 6ix9ine, double hell nah.
Come on now. I feel you.
I'm sorry. You mean to tell me that I gotta have rainbow hair and get with the 9 Trey Bloods? Shout out to them, but you guys were some suckers for letting the rainbow hair kid get gay. I'm sorry.
The Little Plump, the Trippy Reds, all of them.
Trippy Red, all these niggas, and I admire these young niggas. Get your bread, but it's like this type of way of hip hop has changed so much that you don't even have substance and want people to have lyrics and actually rap anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. All right, cool. You have the hood shit. We get it. We have hood shit all over the place. Local rappers. Shout out to Draco the Ruler. he's not the best lyricist, but he ain't out here doing this weirdo shit trying to get fame. He just raps the way that he knew how to rap. He follows his own lane. So shout out to him. I'm not saying he's the most lyrical. He's not the goated, but it's just you gotta have that mindset of like you're not gonna let the industry control what you want to rap about or what you want to do. So it's just like these niggas like NBA Youngboy, these niggas like Quando Rondo. So and RP to my nigga King Von, but he was a part of the agenda too. It's just like that agenda is always pushed because it's the most like it's like oh it's just attractive. This nigga rap about this, that, the third for sure. And then got on because he's a hood nigga. And she's from the hood her damn self from Oak Cliff, right? So it's like, damn. So it's like, it's just what's attractive. Ain't nobody really attracted to the Kendrick Lamars, the J. Coles, and shit like that on a mainstream level because they say some shit that makes sense on a deeper level. So Kendrick Lamar has to dumb down his album on DNA. J. Cole has to dumb down his album to make shit make sense, and people still don't fucking get it.
Yeah.
So what's the point of really saying, you know what, we can't save hip hop no more because these niggas already fucked it up? No, you can't give up. That's the whole point. Make people want to give up and be like, this is the sound, and you either get with it or it's done trying. I'm victim to it. I stream these niggas artists too. Nav, shout out to Nav, but this nigga ain't the most lyrical nigga, but he can rap more than most of these other like Haiti Baby. Fuck that nigga. I listen to the song, but hell no. That nigga, when I hear these niggas freestyle on Funk Flex and shit like that, that's just where I look at you as an artist. It's a difference between having a designer getting on that motherfucker because he's a good song maker, but you get on Funk Flex spitting that bullshit. I want somebody like Daylight and Loaded Lux and
don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that, Malcolm.
You know, Locksmith.
You Malcolm.
I'm talking about actual rappers that need to have more recognition.
Sir, don't do that because you're gonna make
it's no purity, no substance, no lyrics in the game no more.
He did it. I'm sorry, people.
That's no point.
He did.
People don't even want to hear triple entendres.
He did it.
People don't want to hear the fist of the deuce, rock paper scissors. They don't want to hear shit like that.
On me. Facts, Malcolm. Facts, bro.
They don't want to hear nothing like that anymore because they like, oh shit. They like, oh, I don't want to think. I just want to have fun. Why you gotta rap like that? What the fuck? Who made that agenda like that? It started kind of in the 90s, but the 90s actually had rappers that rapped.
I'm finna rap.
Niggas got weeded out.
I'm finna fuck y'all minds up, bro.
Yeah. So it's like you don't hear DOS Effects like that because guess what? They may turn up.
I'm gonna shut up until Malcolm done.
So if DOS Effects made music right now, they would have been bigger than everybody right now. Just
yeah, I feel you 100%, bro.
This is mind blowing. I'm talking about what's it called? I like Big Butts and I Cannot Lie. Who's that? You know that song would have been big this year anyways. Who sampled it? Nicki Minaj.
And the Conda.
Yeah, she's a better rapper than most of these other niggas out here. I'm sorry. She still can rap. Throwing her in there too. It's just they're still rappers. It's just they have this agenda that got pushed.
I hope.
After 2012, honestly, rap was just dead to me. 13, 14, dead.
Hey, side note. When Malcolm finished, I hope y'all got y'all ears and minds open because I'm about to bless you.
Go ahead, Nation, because I need you to. This shit is gonna go to another level once he says what he's going to say. Because I already feel what he's going to say.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for catching my energy, brother. Because it's about to be it's
gonna happen. I'm trying to tell you, Nation. Then I open up a can. DJ. I opened up a can of worms just now for you right now. And you go ahead and you just start swatting these niggas in the face with this shit. Now, let's go.
Hey, yo, thank you, Malcolm, for that beautiful explanation. Thank you, Kendall, for the wonderful question. I'm letting everybody know. I don't know who are watching this. Y'all all ain't commented, but thank y'all for watching. But I need y'all to open y'all ears, y'all minds, And anything else you need to open up to understand what I'm about to say, because I'm about to blow some shit out the water. Now, I'm going to chime in on Malcolm, because Malcolm said something a minute ago that really put the motherfucking hammer on the nail. It's about the industry. More, let's push it a bit farther. It's about society. Society now is about turning up and not worrying about your problems. Society now is about staying away from your problems and just evaporating them away from your mind. Right now, everything is for you not to focus on you. Everything is to focus on everything outside of the earth. So in order for you to really, oh yeah, Kendall, I'm about to fuck. Hey, bro, like I ain't even gonna lie to you. I don't know what this is, but it hit my brain while Malcolm was talking, bro. And I've been over here feeling like a motherfucking cheetah that see two gazelles that ain't watching. And I'm about to go crazy and I'm about to eat tonight. Do you feel me? If you hear me knocking, let me in. As a matter of fact, hold that thought. Shout out to my boy. I forgot his name on TikTok, but he made me think about something. Just to let y'all know how serious I am, y'all about to get all the.
Let me hit the blood real quick.
Yeah.
Smoke. Now let's get this going. Now y'all listen to me. This world right now is about escaping the matrix, right? The real thing is about escaping the matrix and finding your real reality, finding your real purpose. In order for you to do that, you got to stop all distractions. What are the common 4 distractions in the planet Earth today? If y'all, I'm gonna see if y'all can answer it first. If y'all can't, then I'll answer it for y'all. What are the top 4? What are the top 4? Or give me just one of the top 4 distractions on planet Earth today. Kendall, I'm gonna let you go first.
Beauty.
That has a part to play in it, but that's not one of the distractions. Malcolm, just give me one.
Well, you said one of the distractions in the world?
Yes, in the world today.
Nigga, money.
Oh, ooh, that's number 1. But what I was going for was number 2. The top 4 right now are money, entertainment, respect, and I know this is not really something, but it's something that came up in this last generation. Recognition or clout.
Oh God.
Now, let me. Whoa! It's about. I'm gonna let you know now, Malcolm. I'm about to open a wormhole that I ain't gonna lie. They might not let us post this one, bro. Because I'm about to.
Keep it going, bro.
I'm gonna keep it 1,000 like Goku on Super Saiyan Black. Super Saiyan Blue. Let's get it going. So let me go on and give it to you. In this world right now, a lot of people are trying to escape reality. A lot of people are starting to understand the world for what it is, which is a selfish world that only focuses on 3 things: money, greed, power, and respect. Greed and money are the same, because when you want for money and only money, you're greedy. That's greed. Let's just be honest. But the one thing that people are always blindsided by, but once they start finding out the truth, is entertainment. They have TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Snapchat. Shit, I keep going. Pornhub for the niggas that's nasty. OnlyFans. Shit, me. I got a whole motherfucking profile on that bitch, on God. And I said on a podcast, I got a profile on that bitch. What you talking about, nigga? That shit was my lifesaver.
Hey, nigga.
He'll give you amen. He'll give you amen.
Pornhub saving nigga life, boy, on God. But let's not get distracted, bro. I know I have to make y'all laugh, but let's not get distracted, because I'm really jittery about this. So y'all gotta understand. Right now, clout and social media runs the world. If you're not rich, if you ain't got all the followers on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, all that shit, if you ain't making 12,000 videos a week on motherfucking YouTube and making, bomb ass content that the people feel is worthy, and for the rappers, if you're not a mumble rapper or a nigga that can get on a beat and talk about fucking sex and money or thug shit, you not cool. And I got 2 people out here that listen to music just like I do and can tell y'all that I'm not lying. And half of y'all and all of y'all know I'm not lying.
Nah, that's a fact.
You don't hear Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole. You don't hear Jordan Lucas. You don't hear I can't say bro name.
Kids don't even know who Huawei is.
Toby. You don't hear Toby. You don't hear these rappers that are giving you real life situations, real life bars, and real life shit. Like it's a song right now that John Lucas got right now, bro. He called himself an Anunnaki, bro, and a bunch of niggas don't know what that is. Yeah. It's the one with him and Tory Lanez. He called himself a human Anunnaki, bro. And niggas don't know what Anunnakis is. And if you don't know that, you need to do your research because you are sleeping harder than Snorlax on Pokemon. Facts.
Man.
So let's get back into Nikki. Do you hear me? Let's get to it. Right now, it's party mode, and I'm a party nigga. My name is Nation, for hell's sakes. I got that name off dancing. Let's just be 100%. Let's be 1,000 with you. I got that name off dancing. I'm a dancer. I love music. Me and Malcolm, we used to make music, and we trying to get back into it. We trying to learn how to make beats. It's a lot of stuff we trying to do. But we are music connoisseurs by the brain, by the heart, and by the soul. I love old school music, and I love some new music. But right now, this music is giving messages to our children. Yeah, it's funny, DJ. I know it is, because I'm being real. Let's keep it honest, DJ. Let's keep it honest, DJ. I'm being honest with you, bro. Like right now, if all three people on this podcast were to make a song about black injustice, that bitch wouldn't get played.
No, because we'll have too many lyrics.
If we were coming on there spitting real lyrics about real facts, they wouldn't play our shit. But if we came out the whole time, I shake that ass for my mood. Bitch, you cute. It's shit like that. Yeah. It's not right now. It's not about bars, bro. People put certain shit in their songs that you might hear and be like, "Ooh," but it's not like back in the day, bro. People don't take that shit. They write, but they don't write, bro.
No.
Right now is about how much clout do you have?
They put out writing. It's like
skimming.
Niggas don't have notepads with pens. Like they don't write. This is certain. It's little shit. It's little shit though. It's little shit that people don't even do no more.
I know exactly what you're talking about. And what Malcolm pretty much is saying is niggas got a pad, but they ain't got a pen. Niggas got a pad. Niggas got a pad and they writing with a pencil. They ain't got a pen. Niggas out here just writing shit.
There you go. That's fire.
Niggas are going, bro, real life. The Black Journal and Kendall could go on a song right now and sing the bubblegum in a diss song, and we probably would have a hit.
Put a little dance to it, put it on TikTok real quick.
And I'm gonna make a dance. Like,
what the fuck? We gotta make a TikTok song to be popular nowadays.
You have to have some type of clout to be popping. If they can't shake their ass to it or make something to it, it's not happening, yo.
You don't have a challenge?
But shout out to Coley Ray, you know what I'm saying? Because she did have some bars, you know what I'm saying? It's a couple of them. Coley Ray, we got you know what I'm saying, people like Jordan Lucas, you know what I'm saying? We got, it's a bunch of artists that are still rapping.
Generation that's out here trying to keep the bars alive, you know what I'm saying?
But it's a lot of generations, honestly, right now, bro, that's truthfully based on how much clout can I get with this song. I love Megan Thee Stallion so much. She's beautiful. She can actually rap. But her songs
are over-sexualized in the bitch.
And I understand she, you know what I'm saying, she's thinking about people like Lil Kim, Nicki Minaj. It's just a bunch of other rappers, you know what I'm saying, like that talked about sex, and that's cool because sex sells. But she actually has bars. Like she's actually been on places and freestyled and gave us bars. Otherwise, you got people, you know what I'm saying, like Cardi.
On Rhapsody.
You got people like Cardi. You got people like these newer artists.
Oh shit, Rhapsody.
Ooh, Rhapsody. Ooh, shit. Damn.
Now.
But
Rhapsody. That's go ahead. My bad.
That's the Rhapsody, man. You know what I'm saying? But this generation is all about clout. It's all about can I get a fire beat and put the song together and make a hit. It's not about really giving a message. You got a few. The Baby, Lil Baby, Roddy Ricch, like I said, Jordan Lucas. I don't know if y'all heard the Bluebird freestyle, bro. It's more of an anime type of rap thing, but I promise you, the dude that's rapping on that mud, bro, is a
And that's why it hurts so much, though, what you're saying, though. Nipsey Hussle.
Yep.
Nipsey was that old school 90s talking about real shit, about what he was going through, but at the same time, not leaving the hood, but trying to grow the hood, make the hood.
Polo G. I give Polo G some credit.
Polo G.
He don't spit about hood shit all the time, so I can't. I'll give him a pass a little bit.
Polo G, shit. R.I.P. Doe B, because Doe B was lit.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all don't remember Doe B that signed with T.I. Back in like 2000.
Oh yeah.
The dude that had the song with Kevin Gates that who the fuck that is? Like if you ain't heard Doe B, you can do some Doe B music too. To be honest, I'm gonna be 100% with you. I would listen to Chris Brown before I listen to a bunch of these niggas. Chris Brown rap better than a bunch of these motherfuckers.
I mean, yeah,
R&B and hip hop go almost like brother and sister, so they real close.
Yeah, but at the same time, fun fact, what a lot of people didn't understand. Lil Durk, Durk be on it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't count Durk as really that much of a
certain songs, bro. Certain songs.
Cool. He's a good songwriter. It's a difference between making good songs and you actually knowing how to rap.
Like Lucas, like Jordan Lucas.
Not saying he can't rap, he can rap, but it's like it's levels to the shit. It's like
new age is like Jordan Lucas. Jordan Lucas.
Like if you want to strictly just be on Chicago rappers, if you're saying Mr. DJ, if you're just going on Chicago rappers, I'm sorry, but as far as like spitters, like the top spitter in Chicago is still Twister to this day.
Facts. Ain't nobody in Chicago. The only person that had the only person that got more recognition than Twister, to be honest, was King Von because of his storytelling.
Exactly, his storytelling was hard, but as far
he had bars, but his songs were more storytelling songs, and that's the reason why Von truthfully why people really listen to Von, because Von gave that old school feel, because we were used to storytellers. We were from storytellers to like maniacs like Twister and Lil Wayne and Kanye West and even Nas.
Y'all remember when songs used to be like 5 minutes, 6 minutes? Like if you think about going to your point about storytelling, like they got like 2 minutes and 30 seconds to sell you a song. They ain't got no time to tell you no kind of story these days. Like back then, songs used to be have time, give you 3 hooks,
Because example, Kendall, like these days, songs are not about giving a story. Example, what is that song called, bro? I'm not gonna sing King Von because that's a song that's a storytelling. Example, I fuck with Young Nation. Young Nation is the Texas group. If you don't know about that,
oh man,
if you know Texas, Young Nation is the Texas group. But Young Nation, bro, is a group that's a dance group. But like with them, their bars are not it. But their songs are catchy. You see what I'm saying? Because, like, example, like Malcolm Know I Love this song. It's a song called Club Rock, and it's another one called Shawty What's Up. And at the beginning of the song, my partner, who I know personally, who I went to school with, named B. Reed, went smoking on Dolce & Gabbana. I can probably hit your baby mama. It rhymes, but it's not a bar that you would really fuck with. Versus Jordan Lucas. You know what I'm saying? Like his song "The War" has become my 2021 song that I listen to when I need motivation, when I'm sad, when I'm mad. Because the beginning of the song, bro, the chorus goes, "I just spent the check on the whip, on the bitch, on the grip, on the slip, lost it all and got it right back. I fell in love with a chick that I thought was my bitch till I found out it wasn't really like that. And I don't be around anymore." Then he goes, "I can hear the sounds of the wall." It's a song that's catchy and you can dance to, but if you listen to the whole song and the chorus, bro, it means something. And it means something to a lot of men because men go through wars all the time with their women, at work, in the public. And if you think about the song, like if you listen to the whole song, like go listen to The War by Jordan Lucas, bro. You gonna come back to me and be like, damn.
No, Jordan can spit. I haven't heard that song in particular, but
hey, that's on that ADHD album, bro. Like I've been on the ADHD album heavily, bro. Like, but it's like it's certain rappers now that give you that damn feeling like you back in the day. But nowadays, it's more about I was the gang, I was the mind. What was you thinking? Type shit. It's about this shit.
Yep.
Like it's about dancing. If you can't make a dance song right now, you're not gonna make it.
Nope.
That's why J. Cole made Work Out back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Because in order for him to drop another album, he had to make a song a mainstream song that everybody could dance to. And that song still went hard. And we got a good thing. You know, if I'm gonna see you again. Like I love that song, but when he came out with Who That, his first song ever, bro, like before, like even after the mixtapes, his first public song ever, Who That shocked the world because niggas didn't know how to handle it.
Yeah.
When they wasn't used to hearing shit like that, man. You know,
when Kendrick came out with Mad City, niggas didn't know how to handle it
at all.
But when Mad City, Kendrick gave niggas woke vibes, and he also gave niggas party vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Because that pull up, drink, headshot, drink was a party song. But if you listen to the song, he's still giving you a message.
He giving you his own personal addiction that he's struggling with right now, and turned it into a whole party song for niggas.
With Tupac, we can go back to the 90s with Tupac. How do you want it? It was a real good song. It was, bro. Anybody in the world know if you hear "How Do You Want It"? Everybody.
Come on,
it's just a groove. But in that song, he was spitting to you. He was spitting to a woman.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I like about E40, because E40 is for you too.
E40, like it's so many different rappers that have bars, but don't get noticed.
He'll bore you with some real facts.
But it's a bunch of rappers, y'all. What I'm saying is, what I'm getting to with these songs is a bunch of rappers that have bars that don't get the radio play because it's not part of the agenda. It's not part of the society. It's not part of, we want these motherfuckers to party till they die. Think about it. What do you hear on the radio? Body by Megan Thee Stallion. Up by Cardi B. The Baby is a good one, but Cry Baby by the Megan Thee Stallion and the Baby. It's all about throwing that ass, making some money, being a hot girl, City Girls, Throw Baby and the Throw Baby song is actually a good song because he talking about sex, but we all know sex sells. And the most important thing about these songs these days is not about what can I get, what can everybody learn, what story do I have to tell from this song. It's about what can I get motherfuckers to jam to. What can I get? What can I do to this song to make motherfuckers download it on Instagram? On Apple Music, Spotify, Google Play, any other streaming site, Tidal, all these streaming sites. How can I get them to download my music and play it over and over and over again? I need a fire ass beat. I need a good ass hook, and I need to spit some bullshit.
Corvette, hop in the motherfucker, like stupid ass motherfuckers.
But then what's sad even more than how the system is even fucked up is how Malcolm was talking earlier about how the culture, how the industry pushes that kind of culture to be, right? Mm-hmm. And then the media looks at that, what was pushed by the industry and was pushed by media to fucking degrade black culture. They use it to be like, oh, look at the black culture. They don't really want to do better for themselves. They're just trying to fuck bitches, and they look at them like they just want to gangbang. And so this whole facade is being put up by the industry, like this is what the culture is about, being pushed so people buy in, and then the media uses that to talk shit about black people in general, which is fucked up.
Yeah, because it's like that's the whole point, man. It's like you can't really win for losing on that one because it's just like, how do you really win in a kind of, you can say, washed out type of generation of hip hop now? Because it's just like, because it used to be pure. You didn't let weird shit in hip hop too much. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, it's like when you did weird shit, we stopped hearing from you. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, if you do weird shit, you come back and you may not be as big as you was, but you're still in the game. My main example is probably the nigga that I was just mentioning earlier, Rainbow Hair. We don't need to say his name. This nigga is still making music and shit, and he still got a platform. Like people still pay attention to this nigga like him. And it's like society, the consumers, us, we still feed into that shit. We still fuck with that.
I'm sorry, y'all. My allergies.
I'm already knowing.
I'm allergic to bullshit. Bitch 9.
It's already. I mean, you know.
You can't come to Texas with that shit, bro.
So it's just like that's my whole thing. Like, how do you let niggas like that in, but you kill niggas like Nipsey and shit like that, and Mo 3, and you know, how you knock niggas that like that?
Lil Snoop, god damn, R.I.P. Lil Snoop, like
a little nigga like Lil Snoop.
Like I'm so mad about that, y'all, and like I don't want to interrupt nobody, bro, but that Lil Snoop shit, like Lil Snoop really, bro, could have been probably right now one of the best rappers out.
Yeah, he was a man.
What?
Man, he would have.
We
wouldn't even be thinking about no NBA YoungBoy, none of these other
that shit would be over with because Snoop
was NBA YoungBoy times like
7,000.
Like this nigga he was hood as fuck. Had bars they talked about, man.
Instead of like, I'm not going outside today. You got a nigga really freestyling about his life, how he want to make it out. He doing freestyles on the spot. He rapping for everybody. He battle rapping niggas for money. Like this nigga's really out here. And Meek had him out there real life. My thing is, bro, like the one thing I'm not liking about this era is, bro, it doesn't take anything anymore. It don't really take hard work to be a rapper anymore. You just gotta have a fire ass beat and a good ass chorus. I'm sorry, and a very, very familiar ass chorus or a chorus that everybody can remember easy.
Hey Nation, a lot of fools, a lot of these young cats today look up to one of the hottest players from our generation, a little bit in the early 2000s, Lil Wayne, right? Yeah. So how much blame do you put on Lil Wayne from starting that trend?
It depends on how you look at it. See, Lil Wayne actually
Let Malcolm talk. Let Malcolm talk.
A lollipop.
Okay. So my thing is, look. So I'm glad you brought him up because he's probably like the alpha and omega about shit. But think about it. Even now, certain songs that he actually does. Give you a recent one before I go into the question. It's a song that he did with Drake. He did a freestyle. You can't tell me that right now because he didn't make niggas rap like that. It's just that the fact that here's the thing. If you go to Lollipop, that's the song that you went to, right? That nigga still freestyled that shit and it was actually bar heavy. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference between these other niggas freestyling and plugging their own shit in right now. Lil Wayne actually spit some shit.
I'm about to blow y'all shit again.
It's your name. Like it's the flow. It was a flow. Ain't nobody do it the flow like that though. It's a flow that you have to have.
A lot of people are trying to imitate it, but no people really get
no one can imitate that flow. Bro, then that song was on was fucking double platinum.
Malcolm, this nigga freestyled that song, bro. At the end of that song, that nigga said, "Shawty won't do. Shawty won't love. Shawty won't no I like to."
I mean, look, you gotta understand.
No, he's freestyling, and this niggas out here that write a song that can't compete, bro. If Lollipop came out the same time as some of these niggas' songs, their songs wouldn't be TikTok heavy. It would be Lollipop.
That's what I'm saying. That's where the inspiration is coming from, no?
Bro, it's inspiration.
I see what you're saying.
Bro, Lollipop is one of Lil Wayne's worst.
It's a lot of those other rappers. I see what you're saying.
Lollipop is one of Lil Wayne's worst songs. And I'm gonna be 100% with you.
No, that's what I'm saying.
But as far as lyrical wise, it fucking sucks.
It sucks.
But I bet you put Lollipop against half the songs that come out now, and they're non-existent. It's his worst shit. Yeah. You put a Millie against half of those songs.
Wayne.
They won't get playtime.
I did get his best flowers. saying Lollipop.
Kendall,
I apologize for that.
Kendall, let's be 100% though, bro. You put a Millie against any one of those songs, bro, and they don't get any playtime. Because when the Millie came out, bro, they played a Millie so much on every radio station, bro, you couldn't help but to sing along.
Oh no, we fucked with Lil Wayne and all his shit heavy. We did. I think it just evolved in the wrong direction after him.
True. I would think so. Let me see.
I'm gonna let Malcolm talk.
It depends on how you look at it and like how the game was received at the time. Because like 2008, that's when like he started growing Young Money. You know what I'm saying? Started signing motherfuckers like Drake and Nicki Minaj and Chanel. And you know what I'm saying? Like that. So it's like it started making like as far as if you want to attribute to that, maybe you could blame them in that way because those artists became big in their own self and kind of made a culture, you know, that was pushed for them as well and their benefit, but not a lot of rappers benefit. So if you're looking at it in that deeper context, then yeah,
even Drake. A lot of people don't even fuck with Drake like real hip hop. We don't know.
Yeah, true.
Yo, but you gotta also understand this though. When Lil Wayne started Young Money, it was just him by himself first. His first person he signed was Drake. Mm-hmm. After Drake, it was Nicki. After Nicki, it was Gutta Gutta.
Gutta Gutta, that was Spitter too.
After Gutta Gutta, it was Mac Main. Mac Main came from battle rap.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So after Mac Main, it was Jay Mills. Jay Mills
also came from battle rap too.
Jay Mills got famous off of him fighting after him battling Murder Mook. Even though Murder Mook destroyed his ass, but Lil Wayne saw something in him. Then he signed a Dallas rapper by the name of Lil Twist, which I don't understand why the fuck he did that.
He said,
real shit. I went to school with Lil Twist, bro. He used to always brag about that shit. He brought a guitar to school that Wayne bought him and all that shit. Lil Twist owed me like $100 because I helped him pass. I helped him at least get into summer school with a 70 for science and not grade. But we're not gonna talk about that because the nigga ain't gonna never remember that shit.
He literally knows that nigga personally. They all went to this.
If I ever like, and this is on a podcast. This is live. If I ever catch Twist, I promise you. If he act like he don't remember me, bro, me and him have a problem. Because bitch, I helped you damn near. I let you cheat on my last final so that you got the grade that you got to go to summer school. Bitch, you was supposed to fail all the way. I can go to the 7th grade again. But I helped you. But we're not gonna talk about that. We're gonna let that go because I'm not a paid person. Even though I am a tourist. We know about that. Bitch ass nigga. But I haven't told you I'm in jail, nigga. You still owe me money, bitch. You got thousands of millions of dollars and you ain't paid me my $40, $70, $80 yet, bitch. We got a problem. But we ain't gonna talk about that. It's just me being an ass, me being chaos. I can't help it. It's in my blood, it's in my DNA. But it's like Lil Wayne, he started to an extent, bro. But you gotta think about it. He signed Tiger also, and then that didn't work out. So Tiger went by himself. But you gotta also understand though, bro, it's that like this style is not really on Lil Wayne. Can I tell y'all who this style really came from? It's somebody Lil Wayne signed, but it was later on. Well, it really somebody Baby signed, but it was later on. This mumble rap style came from, and I'm not gonna lie because I like some of his music, but not all of it. It came from Young Thug.
See, that was who I was thinking too, but I thought his main mentor was Lil Wayne.
No, it was not.
Bro,
Lil Wayne, I'm gonna tell you something, Kim, that a lot of people should know but don't. Him and Lil Wayne was actually kind of beefing because when Baby signed. When Baby signed Young Thug, that's around the time when Wayne found out that Baby stole all that money from him. Mm-hmm. But he was putting more money in the Young Thug than he was worried about dropping the Carter 5. And Wayne really wanted that whole drop. And Baby was like, it's not time. We just got Thugger. Let us run off on Thugger because Thugger had just started coming out and he was doing all the slime seasons and he was really making his money off of mixtapes. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, honestly, let's be real. If you think about it, all of these and Thugger said it. These niggas won't give me credit, but I started this movement. He started it, then the Migos found out that he had something going, so the Migos went on and did the same shit. And it went from the Migos to all these new rappers. They just all brought their own little style into it. And that's not a problem. I like some of y'all music, but at the same time, all of y'all sound the same. This is why I constantly jam Jordan Lucas, Chris Brown. I listen to Chris Brown rap and R&B.
Mm-hmm.
Tiger lately has not been really dropping shit that I like. Tiger still like I like Tiger old shit like his Well Done, shit like that.
Well done.
I don't even like Tiger song that put the line. I don't even like them lime in the coconut song. I fucking hate that song.
Man, that shit was
that
trash.
wasn't the Tiger that I grew to.
That nigga when he came out, I was like,
that hoe was trash, but it was a main. But Malcolm, it was a mainstream song because it blew up. It was the reason why he blew up. And then after that lime and the coconut bullshit, because he got some shit from Sprite. I mean, not from Sprite, from I think it was Coke. Because Coke was doing that lime shit. And they used his song. So he got paid off of that. Then he started rapping. Like, I feel like, honestly, and I don't care, I love Drake, I love Nicki Minaj, but I feel like Lil Wayne and Young Money, Lil Wayne's best spitter was Corey Guns.
Hell yeah.
And 6 foot, 7 foot. He, to be honest, and I don't care what nobody say, I love Wayne, but and 6 foot, 7 foot, that was Corey Guns' song.
Corey Guns took over that song. That's probably one of the songs.
This nigga came on and said, "Word to my llama, I'm out of." He said, "Word to my mama, I'm out of my llama bean." Like this nigga came on and he didn't stop. His whole 16, bro, was fucking fire. That was not a bar in that 16 that you did not want to learn. Lil Wayne spit a 16, but he did 8 bars and then 8 bars.
Yeah.
And he spaced it out. And then you look up and this nigga give you a full 16 of fire, of hell fire.
And didn't have no pauses.
None. No, Brody had a breather in that bitch. It took me 2 years to truthfully learn that fast part without taking a breath. And I still can't do this shit out of the way. I can't do it no more. I used to be able to, but I can't do it no more. But it's like you gotta think about what's mainstream now and what's not. Mainstream back in the day was truth, storytelling, real bars, real similes, triple entendres, shit like that. Nowadays, it's more about. It's not even about 4-bar setups no more. It's no like.
That's why I love what I see coming from the TDE and coming from Dreamville, you know?
Yeah.
A little different styling from Young Money, but they really producing, you know, everybody under that brand is producing that real lyricism, that real music. Yeah, you know, they'll throw in some catchy stuff to get their name out there, but it's backed up with some real bars, you know, like all the stuff they put out from both of those labels. Anybody if I can think of off TDE, anybody that's got J. Cole signed on Dreamville, they all got their own style, but it's all coming back to that storytelling. It's all coming back to that real life bars, which I love.
I'm gonna give y'all an instinct on something. Kanye West was probably one of the best lyricists in the world before he went crazy.
Good music, yeah.
Before he went crazy, bro. But the reason why he went crazy is because of how the rap game is, bro.
And his mom, when his mom passed.
But yeah, when his mom passed, that did kind of send him over the top. But let's be honest, Kendall. The rap game really made that nigga crazy. Because this nigga started off with songs like Jesus Walk, To the Wire, Through the Wire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he goes from shit like that to that song he had with 6ix9ine? When that was
Lil Pump. This Lil Pump.
Lil Pump.
Fucking hoe.
Lil Pump ass.
Yeah, like
he was on the other spectrum. Like
now, I respect Kanye because he is a lyricist, but like you went from giving us bars and through the wire to I'm a sick fuck who like bro, that's not you.
Kanye West had a writer, Sci-Hi the Prince. We gotta leave him out of the conversation.
During the college dropout,
I would say no. I think it was Twali Kweli. He had a writer. Twali Kweli was his writer. Then I think Mos Def helped him a little bit. And then when it came down to his last good album that he had, that last album, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. So I had a Prince, enabled some of that. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying Kanye didn't write his own shit. He actually can freestyle. He can rap, but he had a hey, here you go. Not you making a gumbo and you forgot the shrimp.
Not to really even, but like the the album that him and Jay, the Watch the Throne album, Jay-Z really helped him out a lot with that album. People don't give Jay-Z. People don't give Jay-Z his like.
Stuff. Do a lot behind the work on the beats and stuff too.
This is what.
But Kanye is a good ass producer. No one can take that from him at all. But that all those beats and shit like that was definitely.
Yeah, come on now.
So I gotta give him his producer credit, but his bar spitting, it depends on who you asking. A lot of them niggas don't put him up there because he's already been in that conversation of, oh, he has writers. Why the fuck we even talking about it?
I'm so sorry for interrupting this beautiful podcast, but I forgot wrestling came on and I just looked up, and right now there is a very, very, very crazy battle going on NXT between Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler and Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai on NXT for the champion, for the tag team championships. And Dakota Gonzalez was just whooping Nia Jax's ass, but now they just cheated, and it's getting real. And I'm loving this NXT. I love NXT wrestling because it brings back that WWF feeling. It's not like truthfully WWE, bro. But we're gonna go back to the topic because I don't want to get away from the Kanye thing, because to be honest, Kanye had a lot of help, but also the thing about Kanye that people don't understand, Kanye is a genius. Kanye just allowed circumstances to stop him. Oh shit! Oh my bad. But Kanye got focused on the limelight, and he started to really feel himself. And I understand that, because when you can become a rapper or a famous actor or artist or basketball player, you have the limelight and you have people looking at you 24/7. So you start to feel some type of confidence because you have those people looking at you. But if you know where you come from, you still have to stay humble, because once you start acting like a dickhead, you're gonna lose a lot of your downloads. And this day and age, because the only thing that's keeping a bunch of these people relevant is beef. And Tekashi Bitch 9 is one of those. Tekashi 6ix9ine is one of those examples. Tekashi 6ix9ine would not be famous right now if it wasn't for beef. Soulja Boy would have been died off if it wasn't for beef. A lot of these artists would have died off if it wasn't for beef. And even back in the 90s, you had the beefs. But those beefs were true. Those beefs were deadly.
Yeah, because all that shit actually happened in the streets.
Man. They pull up on the nigga. Back then, they'd pull up on the nigga for real, no camera, and we're gonna get busy. Nowadays, niggas gotta have recordings of what they did for clout. And clout, and
niggas get on Instagram Live and argue with each other.
Hey, but bro, look, y'all. If we're gonna talk about hip hop right now, we can't. I don't know if we might not be talking about this brother too much, but he is the most selling hip hop artist of all time. I want to see if y'all know who it is before I say it.
I'm talking about Eminem, man.
Man, we gotta talk about Eminem a little bit in hip hop.
We can throw him in there because a
little bit.
We can throw him in there.
But Eminem got black artists. Eminem got black artists already saying in interviews that if they ever had a beef with somebody, they would never beef with him because of his bars. You can't, you know what I'm saying?
But Snoop, you see that little beef Snoop had with him though?
Yeah.
The little stuff Snoop was like, if I want some hood shit, I'm not playing no Eminem. I don't want that shit from Eminem. I don't relate. That was the beef that 50 Cent that Snoop had with him.
True.
But coming from me, I always fucked with him. I always thought he had his hits, he had his time.
Yeah, he had his hits, but they weren't hood hits. That's what stood off with the fuck he was talking about. Like Eminem relates to his struggle and the struggle that he lived in. He wasn't involved in the Detroit mob niggas, the joint road niggas, and all them niggas. Like he wasn't involved in that like that because that wasn't his life, so to speak. Like he probably was riding with them niggas a little bit. Like he had friends who probably was like, "Yeah, it was good, yeah, nigga." You know what I'm saying? Type shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like Eminem wasn't like, you wouldn't see Eminem and be like, he claimed the game. And then a lot of people bring up his past because he had like a little racist thing, a racist tape that he had or whatever with the group, and he said some racist shit. Or I wouldn't date a black girl. I wouldn't date a black bitch or whatever type shit, whatever. Like nigga was 16 and this nigga's damn near 50. Like can't really
Yeah.
You don't know how this nigga thinks now. Like it's just nowadays you can't really. You gotta understand. Like when you're young and you're just wilding out, that's cool. So it's just like he always had beef. Even he had his own beef in his city, and it resolved in the streets too. So it's just like when people would really get on Eminem about it, it's like, how is this white boy spitting like that, getting fast, and this, that, and the third, and this, that? Because if he was black, we would have been like, oh, what's good, bro? What's good? What's good?
And that's what I respect about Eminem, though, is he does give and be in this without Dr. Dre, without the black people.
He actually revitalized Dr. Dre's second career in life, low key, because of this. You know what I'm saying? Because Dr. Dre already had a career earlier with the tight pants. That he had another career with the Dickies and the Chucks and shit. And then you got still that same Dr. Dre that came out in NWA, but now you have a different feel because now you have this white boy with you writing your shit. And you sounded like a spit. Like people think that Dr. Dre is like a nice rapper now because of Eminem. So if you can turn Dr. Dre into a rapper even better than that song that he did with Dr. Dre. Everybody want to fuck. Like what the? First of all, the chorus was crazy enough to just get me like, what? How? What the fuck? Because you would see a lot of white boys rapping Vanilla Ice, MC Search.
Yeah.
It just didn't work out. Everest.
Just did.
It's just didn't. Who was that Irish rap group? Jump. Like that.
Oh.
They're not Irish, bro. They're
not.
No.
What? Well,
Crisscross.
No. Oh, I was thinking about another. I was thinking about now jump around. Jump around.
Okay. Jump around. Go.
Yeah. That's what. That was that Irish rap group. I forgot what it was. But that's what I'm saying. They took a lot of L's in that. The only really rap group that was going hard, if we're gonna bring in groups as far as white boys concerned, was the fucking Beastie Boys. That's the only fucking group that was really credible.
And who was Marky Mark with? Was that
Marky Mark was by himself?
Well, that was it.
Mark and the boys. Mark D and the boys. That's what I'm saying. Like, so when Eminem came out and started spitting like that, they was like, "Hold on, what?
Who is this?
Who the fuck? Nah, hell no, Dr. Dre. Hell no. Hell no. They was like, shit. Dr. Dre was like, shit, I'm signing them there. Fuck y'all niggas. Nigga, what? Nigga? And then all of a sudden you have the Eminem show. You have the Marshall Mathers LP. What? All right, he had his decline year in 2018, and then he came back with Kamikaze. I mean, he's still even that down year in 2018 was his highest selling year.
Yeah, I think he just dropped Music to Be Murdered By.
All I'm saying is that was the best shit. That song with DJ Premier, hard beat, everything was hard. He just spit everything. I don't know how many bars can one person have for this long in their career. How many times have you said this and that any damn way in this song? You know how many songs he got with niggas that are featured on that is not on his album? He's on Worldwide Choppers 2 with Twista and rapping better and faster than him. You can't. And Twista is a spitter, but you hear him, Tech 9. No, it was a song with Tech 9.
Tech 9, bro. We need to talk.
And we ain't talked about Tech 9 yet. Damn, Tech 9 is literally one of them longevity. Like, damn, he came. He was like, I was like, what the? And he got bars too. So it's just like it's a lot of things. But just to get back on Eminem, we got to get Eminem is a part of this conversation for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Because he's probably the only rapper. Why for me it was just like, you know what? out of all the people from other races that we would want to take in and just be like, he's hard. That's him. Like,
he's your number one pick in the Dave Chappelle racial draft.
Exactly.
Facts.
Why we traded one of our worst rappers for this nigga? Trust me. Hell no. What? The fuck out of here. Eminem is what? He damn near 50 and spitting better than he's still relevant in the new age. He's hooking up with the young producers, the video producers, and the record in the actual producers, the beat makers, and still spitting crazy shit. Cause it's easy now. Mm-hmm. So Eminem knows he's gonna capitalize even more because he knows he can rap.
Yeah, it's always hard for me whenever I think about the GOATs, where to put Eminem. How do I rank him? How do I fit him in? You know, it's weird because he's so successful, but I just don't. I'm always conflicted.
I mean, as far as how you want to go by, if you want to go by just lyrics, he's up there. Like, he just says he came from the battle rap scene too, and was killing niggas low key. So it's just like, it just didn't really matter. The only nigga that actually was killing him like that was his best friend, RP to my nigga Proof.
Facts.
And that's who was the only rapper. That's why Eminem aligned himself with niggas that he couldn't either rap better than, or he knew it was like, nah, I can't really beat him in the actual bar. So let me align myself. Them D12 niggas with Proof, Bizarre, I forgot the other two niggas, but them niggas rap low key a little bit. Royce the 5'9" was a part of that too, but they rap better than them niggas than Eminem. But but when it came down to the intricate lyrics and just saying outlandish shit, they couldn't think of that. That's where Eminem's creativity came into play. That's why he was able to make them. You know what I'm saying? He makes you want to step your bars up. Then when Slaughterhouse comes into play, you got Joe Budden.
That's what I said. Was it Yellow Wolf on there?
Yellow Wolf and who am I? Crooked Eye. King Crooked Eye. So it's just like, well, you got then them all four of them niggas can't rap better than him. That's why Joe Budden beef with Eminem now and no podcast. It's levels to this shit.
Yeah.
And Joe Budden, the rapper, he was cold, but shit, you ain't Eminem cold.
Yep.
Boy, Joe Budden best song was Pump It Up.
It was sad because he actually had some songs that were deep. It's just, ain't nobody was listening to Joe Budden like that for real.
Joe Budden's best song was Pump It Up, and I stand by that.
Nobody was checking on that for that.
But what I want to do for y'all, we told y'all this is gonna be a long one, but we want to go in and give y'all our top 4 from the 90s, from the 2000s, and from present era. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start this off with our guest Kendall, who's really not a guest anymore. He's kind of like a 4th or 5th member of Black Jungle, you know what I'm saying? Because he's always coming on with knowledge. So you know what I'm saying.
Respect.
When we don't have all of our members, and even when we do, we're gonna always try to invite Kendall to spit his knowledge, because you know what I'm saying, we would love to always have somebody from a different race giving us.
He's not a different race. He's mixed.
He said, "Oh well, nigga, he's a nigga to me." So, so he's not the same. He's not different from us guys. He's just bright. So just think of him as a light skin.
Light bright. Come on now.
He's a light bright. He's a light bright nigga, and we love him to death. He's a brother just like everybody else. But
I'm that nigga losing first in hide and seek.
This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna let Kendall go first. Kendall, so you can choose your top 4 from the 90s, from the 2000s, and from present time.
So we just combining all of them into 4, right? Picking 4.
Well, you can split it up. You can do that, or you can split it up. It's up to you. Because I'm gonna split mine up. Because I can't do that. I can't do just 4 rappers, because I got 4 90s rappers, 4 present, like 4, you know what I'm saying, 4 2000-ish rappers, and then I got the ones that are here now that I like. So I'm gonna let Kendall go first. We're gonna go Kendall, Malcolm, and then me.
I'm definitely want to hear how you split it up. I'm gonna give you my 4. I'm gonna try. So whatever, I'm gonna give you some honorable mentions. There's a couple names we forgot from the 90s. So I want to shout out Nate Dogg for real. You forgot to say Nate Dogg. And he was somebody I wrote down before the show, just to keep my mind straight. And man, the work he did back in the 90s, unforgettable. And he's definitely somebody who needs to get his flowers.
He's a dog, man.
For real. Quite fat. Little fact: I used to live next to when I was like 4. I used to live to one of his kids, his baby mama, and this fool used to pick up his kids in a limo at church. Just pull up the church in the limo, and just put his hand out, say, "Come in." never, I sure remember that shit. He never got out the car and put that hand down and waved his kids over to the limo while all of us got on the bus to go back home from church. I remember that shit.
That's crazy.
But okay, so my 4. Let's go. The first guy is pretty new school. Again, I'm going back to that storytelling, that lyricism, that real life experience, and that authenticity. I'm gonna give it to Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey is on mine for show. I can turn on to any Nipsey mixtape, any of the Victory, any of the marathons, Victory Lap, back in the day, Mailbox Money,
man.
TMC. Fuck with all the time.
Oh man,
all of his features.
Money, damn boy, you went back.
Come on now, even
my favorite mixtape.
I love that. I love the new shit he got with even that new song. It was Postmortem. He got with Jay-Z. On
last time without shit, it was 5 chains on my neck. Hey, that's my shit, bro. Like, bro went off on that hoe, and I love that Hustle and Motivate too. But continue, bro. I'm sorry, I just love Nipsey.
Oh yeah, Hustle and Motivate was a show and anthem for sure.
Yeah.
My number 2, all time, just for the notoriety, for what he means to our culture, for being real, for being West Coast, being out here and towards LA. I'm gonna give the Tupac. We didn't talk about Tupac and Biggie too much.
I did.
Tupac is kind of synonymous. If I was on the East Coast, I'd probably be more Biggie. Me being out here on the West Coast, Tupac means a lot to our culture, and can't be left out. I don't think in any kind of list of the greats. So far, I got Nipsey and Tupac. Definitely for not all Tupac shit hit, but the shit that did, we remember so much.
Yeah, it was more shit that you remember. He hit more than he missed.
I ain't mad at you.
All eyes on. Come on, man.
All eyes on me. Like I said earlier, how do you want it? Fuck you talking about? Y'all
how do you want it? Ooh. All right, so how am I gonna go for this next one? Okay. This one is just because we talked about him during our podcast. He doesn't have the longevity, but just during that time frame and just I remember everywhere we rolling the hood at top down with my sister's boyfriend and just bumping him day and night. I'm gonna give it a 50. 50's on mine just for that time period, and the hits, the consistency during that time, the whole album top to bottom,
Yeah,
I fucks with it. It's somebody I always go back to whenever I'm thinking about these lists. 50 is always somebody who's on my mind.
Thanks.
All right, so for my final one, and I know how y'all gonna split it up, so y'all have more choices. So I got Nip, I got Tupac, I got 50, and the last one is hard. I don't know if I want to go with somebody I personally like or somebody who means a lot.
Do you?
The culture. I'm gonna go with somebody I fuck with down south, big time. For my final, I'm gonna give it to Big Crit. Big Crit for me, King of the South. A lot of people down south like to call themselves the King of the South. The real King of the South is Big Crit. Nothing but bars, nothing but the real, the struggle, the dreams, the soul food. Man, all his shit.
I think one of the albums that I bumped a lot was I think it came out in 2018, and one of the songs that he did was CeeLo Green, and that was my favorite.
Catalytica and Live from the Underground. If anybody on here hasn't listened to it, it's probably my favorite album by Big Crit. I can listen to that anytime. Yeah, those are my top 4. I'll give it to Big Crit, Tupac, Nipsey, and 50 Cent.
Malcolm, take it away.
Let's see. As far as because I do have more choices because I can't really just narrow down to like 4. It's kind of hard. I'll be thinking all day really. So as far as in the 90s is concerned, I think the top of the 90s for me, and I go by lyricism as well. It's not about just impact. too. So I mean, as far as 90s is concerned, I definitely would. I would start with Biggie. Biggie had a very intricate style of rapping. It was very storytelling and very witty. You hear he was very punctual about his punchlines and shit like that. I get more ass than toilet seats. I think that he said something like that. That was something that it was very funny, but it was like very like, you know what I'm saying, very witty. He was
you get hella ass if you get more ass than toilet seats.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Then I go down to number 2. Honestly, Snoop Dogg he was very lyrical and had intricate lyrics, very good storytelling. Was always real. One of the probably realest rappers that came out of that era in the 90s. Then number 3, I would put Nas. Nas had me hooked on Whose World Was This? Their Presidents. That was, he had a different way of he had a different vibe of other niggas in New York. A lot of people in New York rap, you know what I'm saying? Hey. But how do you stand out? Nas stand out as a nigga that was 19 years old at the time. So I got to put him at number 3. He had very interesting lyrics. And then number 4 of the 90s, as far as spitters is concerned, I'm going to say Busta Rhymes.
Hey, Busta.
Respect. It was hard because there's a lot of other rappers like Jay-Z and all them niggas that I did not mention. But Busta Rhymes had I feel like his flow advanced a little bit more than Jay-Z, even at that time. Even though Jay-Z was spitting though, he's number 5. So that will be the honorable mention.
Yeah.
And then I'll leave that at that. And then I'm gonna go, because I ain't go talk too much about these niggas because we all know what these niggas do.
Yeah. Right.
Then when it comes down to the 2000s, the generation that we grew up in, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that. This is where I put at number 1 Jay-Z.
Who's that one? Ooh, you got Jay-Z number 1 in 2000s?
What? That nigga was the Black Album was probably that. What? Come on now, you had the Black Album, you had DOA, and then you had Dead President. You had
those all 2000s.
Yeah,
it was.
Right. Like the cart, I think it was Sean. Even the one that came out in 2000 was hard. That's what I'm saying. It's respect. So Jay-Z, then number 2, Lil Wayne. Because the first 2 Carter was hard as hell. You know what I'm saying? So at that time, this is when he was coming up, and all the Carters, really, honestly. But I don't have to explain the lyricism that he spit, and he damn near barely wrote half the fucking songs that he wrote, if any at all. So freestyling ability and just him just rapping and having hard songs with him just rapping and not writing shit down. He just rapping something and then punching it in and then rapping again. And then having to remember those songs on tour. Freestyle those motherfuckers.
Thinking about that part.
Think about it. You freestyled them songs. So I saw him mention. I'm really putting him at number 2 because I'm being very unbiased. You know what I'm saying? Because Jay-Z had a little bit more intricate lyrics than this nigga Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying? So, and then we go to number 3. I would definitely put 50 Cent there at number 3. Because it's just the Massacre, then the next what was the next album after that?
Get Rich or Die Trying?
Get Rich or Die Trying were probably the top 2 best albums at that time. It's you weren't bigger than them 2 that I just mentioned, but you had your own lane. That's why I put him at number 3. And then right below that, honestly, his former roommate, The Game. I will put him at number 4 because The Game, that nigga had a stretch that a lot of niggas in Cali at that time wasn't really getting that much recognition. The reason why I didn't mention Snoop Dogg because Snoop Dogg was already Snoop Dogg. But how many West Coast artists like that was really as big like him? Not really too many. Really, it was really The Game at that time. Mind you, when we were growing up, we were only really low key only listen to the Game. As far as like the West Coast, all the other artists that we were listening to were down south and shit, or from New York at the time. We didn't have like Cali had its sound, but it wasn't big. Then you had an honorable mention like E40. Ooh, he's my honorable mention in 2000. So that's where E40 comes into play. Too Short, but E40 was a little bit more intricate. You know what I'm saying? That album in 2006, that Ghetto Report Card, was probably the best album I've ever heard.
Tell me.
I mean, damn, that whole album was crazy. All right, cool. And then we skip to now this generation.
Hey, real quick, all that and Eminem didn't make your top 4 or your top 5?
What's it called?
I'm just fucking with you.
Nah, I said, what's it called? He's all time. I can't put him in anything because he's all time. You want to put all time? He's all time number 1 lyricist. Period. I can't. I'm going by. But this is why I didn't put Eminem in there, is because I didn't really relate to Eminem like that, nigga. I didn't relate to Eminem like that. I related more to Jay-Z, Snoop Dogg, and all the niggas, E40 and shit like that. The Game, because they were from the West Coast. Fucking, I didn't live in a trailer park single with my mom. It was a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't do that. So now we go to the 2000s. Let's just say 2010s and up. Well, 9-ish and up. All right. So, number 1, I'm gonna have to go with the Jewish cat, Mr. Drake, because I mean that's Drake. I'll give him his flowers. He's definitely had his mark on hip hop. Number 2, Logic. A lot of people sleep on Logic.
Oh man,
a lot of people sleep on Logic.
Man, I'm glad you put some respect on his name, because I totally didn't.
A lot of people sleep on Logic. That nigga is a spitter, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. There's no need for me to go in this last album that he just made, this last one before he retired. Actually, the song that he did with Eminem, Homicide, you should go listen to that. And mind you, Eminem went crazy on that song, but I don't know. Logic was. That's all I'm saying. He only gonna do Eminem does songs with niggas he know he can rap with. Number 3 is Joyner Lucas. Joyner Lucas has made that list of right now who's the good right now. All right? We don't need to explain why. Just know that he's there. And number 4, and last but not least, I'm not gonna lie, because he's probably one of the niggas that I'd be like, he raps so clean, but he raps so hood with his shit that I can't not mention him as like one of his like generation's greatest like underground type of artist that's known. And we spoke about him, Mr. Don't Try Me, Try Jesus, Toby Nwigwe. You feel me? I mean, I gotta give him his flowers now, because he literally gives me a modern day Andre 3000, Outkast type of feel, a little hood feel. And then he's different and outside the box type of nigga. You know what I'm saying? And then my honorable mention of this time, because he's a little underrated, a lot of people don't know about him, is Akeem Ali. That nigga from Jackson, Mississippi. He's an underrated artist. He spits.
I have not listened to him. Akeem Ali.
Yeah, he's a definitely good spitter. So I put that, and that's and I really mean that, and I stand by that. And he barely even came out, and I'll give him his flowers then. And then you want me to go all time lyricists: Eminem, Lil Wayne, Biggie Smalls, and
NAS.
And what's it called? Daylight.
Bone Thugs was everybody in Bone Thugs too. He was very pretty dope.
You heard what I said? I said Eminem, Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, Daylight. Done.
Ooh, Daylight.
All time lyricist. And I'm gonna stand on that.
All right.
That's it. I'm done.
90s rappers. I'm gonna go from 4 to 1 because that's just I'm a quiet. That's what we do. 4 is always first to us.
I think you always gotta say that shit, but it's true. You always gotta say that, but it's true. You quiet.
Number 4.
You see who Young Nation got.
Number 4. I'm gonna have to say, to be honest, it was Biggie due to the fact that Biggie has always been a great aspect in hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
He number 3 in the 90s. I know he wasn't like 90s. He was like really like 87, 88, 89. LL Cool J. LL Cool J was bars personified, bro.
He still rap good in the 90s. Hell yeah.
So
a lot of movies.
Other 90s rapper that I gotta give it to, that I'm gonna give number 2 to, is Tupac. And to be honest, the reason why I gave it to Tupac is because Tupac gave us a bunch of life lessons in his raps.
Yeah.
And number 1. Now, this rapper for number 1 was not really a 90s rapper, but he had a couple of songs in the 90s, and he did more movies in the 90s and 2000s, and still kind of gave us rap too. Method Man.
Ooh.
You were part of Wu-Tang.
Method Man.
Yeah. But I gotta give it to straight Method Man because nobody really gave Method Man his flowers, bro. And
Method Man had his own song.
yes. Method Man is a bar god, bro. Fuck with him.
M-O-T-O-G ain't man.
If you feel like Method Man is not a give him a fucking music. Now, I'm going 2000s. Number 4. In the 2000s, to be honest, bro, I know a lot of people, truthfully, are not going to agree with me in the 2000s as far as this. But I'm going to give it to Ja Rule.
Hey, Ja Rule got them hits, bro.
Ja Rule got some hits.
He had a real. He held it down.
Ja Rule not only got himself notoriety, he got his team notoriety.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3 to me is going to be 50 Cent due to the fact that 50 went hard all the 2000s. Number 2, definitely you cannot. And I mean, like when I say this, y'all might not agree with me again, but this is one that I have to give it to. Number 2 in the 2000s is Nelly, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody. You never thought about Nelly.
I slept on him. I slept on him.
Yeah. And number 1 for me, Malcolm, is Joe. Number 3 is Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne with like
Lil Wayne was cold,
bro. All of the Carters hit hard. The no ceilings in like 2000, bro, really made his career, bro. Before the Carter 3 went platinum, bro, or sold out in 3 weeks.
Yeah, no ceilings in 2000.
No ceilings was the building block for that, but was the foundation for him making the Carter 3.
Yeah, that's when he started freestyling.
No ceilings really killed everything to me. I still listen to No Ceilings, and I'm like, my Run This Town is still one of my favorite No Ceilings songs. But Watch My Shoes, etc. But as far as new age,
real quick, hey, you remember the beef between 50 and Ja Rule? What 50 did?
They still beefing a little bit. But
you remember when 50 brought out the whole like first 10 rows of a Ja Rule?
Oh yeah, no cap.
That's the biggest troll I ain't ever seen.
No cap.
That's petty shit. But
that's just petty shit. That's funny as hell too, though.
Number 4 for me in the present, and I know he's not really making music right now because he's doing the married life, is Chance the Rapper.
Oh yeah. Damn.
Hey.
Damn.
Number 3 for me is Toby.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Number 2 right now, because I really haven't heard any music from him, it's gonna forever be Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
And when he drop, it's gonna be fire. You know he's working on something right now.
And number 1, Malcolm, you said this is your number 3, Joyner Lucas.
Oh yeah.
And the reason why I say Joyner Lucas is because Joyner Lucas became famous off of a rap that he made about black people and white people coming together, discussing their rights. Joyner Lucas murdered the Gucci Gang beat and destroyed it. Joyner Lucas and Tory Lanez were beefing, but came together and made a song off of that Suge beat, and the beat better than the Baby did. My honorable mentions are the Baby, Roddy Ricch. For the 90s, I'm going to go not Rakim. What is the boy name? I'm gonna say Nas due to the fact that Nas kind of started in the late 80s, early 90s. Because Nas always gave, but that one mic is still one of my favorite songs ever. As far as the 2000s, I'm gonna give it to Juvenile.
Yeah.
I forgot.
To be honest, I'm gonna give it to the whole Master P clique because they kind of ruled the 2000s at first. Cause Back That Ass Up is still a beat that you could play at a goddamn fish fry anywhere, school, and motherfuckers gonna go crazy. Another honorable mention for now is Chris Brown because Chris Brown is not only R&B artist, he is now a rapper, and he raps better than most of the niggas now. And Chris Brown kind of holds that same candle with Jordan Lucas because Chris Brown.
Hey, that's respect. You put some respect on Chris Brown right now. I wasn't saying all that, but okay.
Because niggas don't give Chris Brown his respect, bro. Like niggas think of Chris Brown as take you down or some shit like that. But if you listen to his raps, bro, he's giving you bars.
Man, no, he respects though. He rap. Like, I can't sit there and just say he don't rap. He can rap though. That's
like the song with like the song with Jordan Lucas. He got 3 songs with Jordan Lucas. I Don't Die. He got shit. What is that song? Hold on, where's my phone at? I can tell y'all because I got all that songs downloaded. As far as Chris Brown when it comes to rapping, him and Jordan.
Stranger Things.
That's exactly
I Don't Die.
That was a main song.
And just Let Go.
Or Just Let Go. Yeah. Just Let Go. And on I Don't Die, he bought like him and Jordan Lucas was going bar for bar.
Okay.
So we gave y'all our 4, and we're gonna give y'all our closing arguments, and then we're gonna go and let y'all go because it is, we gotta go on. Everybody got things to do. We've been on here damn near 2 hours like last time. We told y'all it was gonna be a long one. Thank y'all for supporting us. Thank y'all for coming on, watching. If you only watch 10 seconds, thank you for coming on. If you watch the entire thing, God bless you, and I thank you. If you commented, come back next week. Bring more friends. Share these podcasts, man. Next week, I got an idea, guys. And Kendall, if you want to come on, bro, because I would love to have you on next week. My topic that I want to talk to y'all about is the future. How do we get our kids out of this situation? We're not gonna talk about that now. How do we make sure our kids don't fall for what they're falling for now?
Right.
So it's gonna be about the kids. That's just a question that I have, but it's gonna be about changing the Black perspective in Black America next week.
Yep.
Or any America. Just being honest. So, I'm a father, and I can give y'all, I can talk about more, because I have a kid and I have to really, make sure that he understands this world as a Black man. But you guys are uncles, y'all got a little cousins and shit like that. So y'all still have younger family members that, y'all have to help mold and grow and show success. So we're gonna think about that, y'all. But I'm gonna give y'all my final thoughts first because really I'm already talking and I just kind of want to give y'all what I know, and then I'll let my brothers talk because I like to listen to my brothers. I'm more of an information junkie than a lot more most. So my final thoughts are this: rap needs to go back to the old days. I don't mind party songs. I don't mind you throwing that ass. I don't mind you slow dancing. I don't mind you playing songs that sound like fucking. I don't mind none of that. I don't mind Megan Thee Stallion. I think she's beautiful. And to be honest, I really would love to meet her one day because she's from Texas. She's from the H, right down the street from me. So I wouldn't mind. But in a sense, bro, you got to think. Right now it's about clout. It's not about telling your truth. And King Von started telling his truth, and then he got smacked. So it's about telling the truth. I need more rappers to start telling their truth. I need more rappers to start talking about more than just fucking and who got more money and I got guns and I got girls and I need this and I need that. We need to get back to a point of teaching our people how to rise up. Start back, referring to where Nipsey was going. Nipsey was telling people to invest. Nipsey was telling people to make themselves better. Nipsey was telling black people and other Americans how to improve their life. So, in that sense, what I want y'all to understand, America, is we need to be one. So, this is my final thought. Remember, entertainment rules all, and the society rules entertainment. So, in order for us to change entertainment, we have to change society, and we have to change our way of thinking. I'm done. I'm gonna let my brother speak, and I got a knock at my door, so I got to see what it is. Kendall, take it away. We'll let Malcolm go last because we know Malcolm got them fire lit things
all day. You already know. Yeah, much respect to what Nation said, and I agree wholeheartedly. That authenticity, that storytelling, that real knowledge that we gained from early hip hop. Nowadays music is, for that clout. What's that shock value? What can you say is gonna get you views? What we need to do is get this real lyricism, these real artists that aren't getting the credibility, is get them trending. Let's make trending talking about building better businesses and investing in stocks. And you see how Jay-Z's music has evolved. The album 444 couldn't have been made without experience. Him talking about now can't be made without him growing as an artist. Exactly. So what I want to see from the artists these days, I think there can be a balance. I don't want to take away music. I think the club life and that club scene, that turn up scene, is part of our culture. It's one of our ways. It's part of the way we cope with the with stress, and how society is always deeming us lesser and putting us in positions where we have to fight harder than the other individual. I think us being able to turn up and relax and have this music and just be ourselves, and even twerking to an extent, it can be healthy and part of the culture. But I think there needs to be a better balance. And I think I want to see a lot of these artists we love to hear party songs from and party anthems, hear them grow and see that, there's a time in their lives when that's their scene, but they can grow as individuals and they can give us bigger perspectives and they can give us knowledge on tracks and bars that actually are meaningful and bars that relate to our lives. And that's just where I hope the future of our hip hop goes.
Yeah, my final thoughts on it is just pretty much you guys pretty much said it already. It's like, where is the change going to come from? Of course, like you said, Nation, it starts from the society. You know what I'm saying? We're the consumers anyways. We're the ones that listen to this shit. It's like, how do you expect for these niggas to not rap about the same shit that they've been rapping about if we keep fucking listening to it and be like, oh shit, this shit fire, my nigga, this shit fire, knowing that we lying to ourselves? That's the whole point. Are we telling the truth to ourselves? Do we really think that this type of music is good for us? Do we really think that always listening to Nav every day is a good thing for you? Or do you think that listening to Rhapsody or listening to people like fucking Kendall Lamar, J. Cole, or J.I.P. or Isaiah Rashad or Earth Gang, artists like them that actually have substance in their raps? Do you actually want to learn something? That's the whole point. Why listen to music and you don't learn something? That's the whole point. Back in the day, Public Enemy and KRS-One made music for you to learn from.
Fight the power.
So therefore, and Ice Cube even had songs in his shit. His first album to even nowadays, he's still talking about what he's been talking about for over 20 years, more than anybody has been talking about. What the fuck is going on in America with our people, nigga? So therefore, if the people consume bullshit, what you gonna keep continuing to hear on the radio?
Bullshit.
So therefore, instead of hearing bullshit all the time, start listening to real shit. Like us, we say real shit. A lot of people don't need to listen to it, but they need to.
If you don't like what we say,
you know what I'm saying? So therefore, it's like this. It's like what DMX said in this interview that he did with Drink Champs. It's like, you got to start trusting people and believing of who they are. So if you trust people to listen to bullshit, then that means that you got to trust them that they gonna listen to bullshit. So you can't be mad at niggas because you know what they gonna do anyway. They're gonna listen to bullshit. So who do you surround yourself with? Niggas that either deal with bullshit too, just like you do, or don't deal with bullshit and actually want to put out real shit. That's how you have artists That's why you have artists like now Kevin Gates out here. Mo3 RIP to that nigga. King Von, even though he was put in a certain agenda, he was still rapping about his life. Kendrick Lamar, Nipsey Hussle type of artists that rap about their life but actually can grow from it.
She be with the shit. She told me what it be. I said for sure.
Grow from that shit.
Where you want.
So if you don't grow from your music, then why are you making it? Why are you listening? Why are you even involving yourself in something that you're going to be divisive and destructive about instead of actually being a helping hand? So if you can't be a helping hand and helping society,
fuck you.
Consume non-bullshit.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
That's it.
Fuck you and your life and everything you about. And if you got a problem,
I'm done.
Texas. All I gotta say is Jordan Lucas said this shit. Ain't no one colder than me. I'm straight for the mud. I got me a plug, and now I be rolling with Meech. You think you the shit? I think you a bitch, and go ahead and call the police. That's all I gotta say.
And on that note, this has been the Black Journal Podcast, sponsored by
StreamYard, where you can stream your dreams to get that cream. Look at that.
Bro, hey, we done. We out.
Man. Hey, man, blessings, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get y'all some good sleep, man. Dream good dreams, man. Manifestation is real. Keep your dreams alive, man. Shout out to them Sigma boys. Shout out to Sir Mally, man. Shout out to Kendall G, man. Shout out to the Sensei Nation Domination, man. We love y'all, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. And most importantly, bro, learn something every day, bro, because knowledge is an ongoing journey. And if you're not learning something every day, what the fuck are you doing with your life? I'm out. Hoodie gang.